Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Sidra Kennedy, and I'm doing some real talk to Trump and Biden supporters. Ever since the elections started, the Trump supporters have been out en masse. I want all of you to think about what you've done. Think about what you've said. That's what I want you to think about. Now I want you to think about what you would say to your children, your grandchildren. What would you tell them? I want you to really think about what you have told them. You've spoken to them about peace and being able to make it in this world and working hard and treating people fairly and treating people as a person needs to be treated. They deserve respect. You respect anyone and everyone. You have good manners. That's what you teach them. But then you very adults go out in the streets and you uphold police brutality against minorities and minority supporters. You have no problem sitting there listening and accepting lies just so you can be hateful at someone. Those lies against anti-fascist groups like Antifa. They are against fascism, the very thing that you grew up hating. Everything that you have done, you sit back and think about it, has not been in the comforts of your own promises. You have lied to everyone, and you should tell your children, your grandchildren, and your neighbors where you speak about honor, manners, loyalty to this country and things of the sort, and just look at them and say, I lied to you. That's what you need to do. You're certainly not going to apologize, and you're certainly not going to do the right thing. And it's sad to know that you're incapable of it because of your pride, your shame, your guilt. If you ever had conviction of all those things you tell the young and your friends, if you had that conviction, you never would have supported Trump in the first place. Every one of you want to go to Mexico, to a place that you always demonize because you don't like Biden, then go. Why don't you hold some conviction to that, the last thing you swear to do, and just go. And don't think I'm going to just bash you. No, the Biden supporters. What good are you? Name something good of you. And I'm not talking about your daily life and your character overall. I'm talking about with just the election only. Biden wins, so you go dancing in the street. You think it's all going to change? You think a man that's gone out there and said on multiple occasions that he wants to get rid of all the entitlements? He wants to get rid of, all your little, Social Security and things like that? Who supports these wars? Who supports the military-industrial complex? You go out and dance in the street in favor of this guy who literally will not change much, if anything, that Donald Trump has done. He said that fundamentally nothing will change. And you're dancing in the streets of that. And if you're not dancing in the streets of that, but you're dancing in the streets because Trump lost, then I must ask, why are you allowed to vote? Your vote isn't supposed to get one person out of office. It's to put somebody worthwhile in office. Your duty as a voter is to make sure you get the person that's going to do right for the country as a whole in the office. It is to vote in senators, governors, mayors, anything of the sort on every level to make sure where you live and others may go to or visit, or those that are in different states than you can have a better life. You voted for not even incremental change. You literally voted for someone that's going to take it back to the very things that got us where we are. Neither one of them addressed how to handle the pandemic. Neither one of them addressed the fact that they are also in fault of this pandemic. Neither one of them has apologized or anything of the sort about the 235,000 people dead that didn't have to die. None of them had to die. 235,000 plus families in mourning, suffering, because these two people wanted money, power, and security of that more than they wanted you to be happier. Because right now you can't even get more miserable. We're there. But you'll all find a way, won't you? That's the whole point. And no, this is not a spill for another party. I'm not doing that. I'm working within the confines that you keep imprisoning us in. All of you want to vote for the very people that keep hurting us and allowing us to hurt each other. It is time to grow up. Either grow up or grow dead. Those are the only options. You know, seen that movie Lean on Me? Don't slow off on it, just kill yourself. You want to jump? Jump. Do it expeditiously. I don't want incremental death. Just go ahead and get your shit done. This pandemic has killed over 250,000 people. This pandemic is worse than any war. This pandemic is here not just because the politicians allowed it in. They literally allowed it in for business. Because now with this pandemic here, it doesn't matter about who let it in and who's keeping it here. It's here, and nobody out there is trying to stop it. And it's mutating. And it's going to mutate again into something that's going to be around because there won't be anything to stop it when we had the chance. All anyone had to do was stay inside, but you're not adult enough to make that decision. But then if they want to put in a martial law that keep your dumb ass inside, then you want to complain about it. You aren't adult enough to keep yourself and anyone else alive. I'm not capable of working. I can't work and I can't make money, and I am far more responsible than any of you. If you're going out in this, no mask, and not respecting that there is a pandemic, there is a deadly virus, if you're not respecting all of these people that have been killed, murdered because of the fecklessness of our government and this bullshit conspiracy theory of Trump supporters and Biden supporters alike, then what makes you any different than any other murderer out there? And I wish none of you to celebrate or show honor towards any fallen veterans. Anyone in the military that's died. Talking about a service to your country. To protect freedoms. You have one job. Stay inside. Wear a mask if you have to go out. Wear gloves. Disinfect the things that you get so you can't contract it or spread it. You couldn't even do that. You have proven to be the worst people on this damn planet. And if you think I'm wrong, make a rational argument down in the comment section. And I'll probably rip that shit up anyway. Because you can't make an argument that says, yeah, it's okay to go out and help spread a virus that's murdering people on behalf of the government so that people can raise prices on masks and every other item out there that's gone up by 5 and 10% in price. While nobody else is getting paid more. While everyone votes in every single Pelosi, Schumer, McConnell, every single one of these people have regained their seat. And every last one of them didn't want any of you to have any money at all, while giving trillions to those that don't even need it. You voted them in. So you tell me where your responsibility is, where your duty lies. You're not even protecting freedom, you're destroying lives. So at the end of the day, by the end of these results, you're all full of shit. And I wish you'd stop voting, every single one of you. This has been Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.